lottery gone wrong. Let's move on. So, because we can talk about the Trayvon Martin case for a long time. We could do a whole show on that because there's a lot to it. So, and we are going to play the 911 tape for you to hear, so you can make your own judgment on that. But recently there was a big Mega Millions drawing, huh?
Mega Million.
Yes, and we all played. I know I played. Did you play?
I did. I bought 5 tickets.
Yeah, you played.
I was like, when I was walking out the store.
Yeah, I went in with a pool with my job, and then I played my own individual one. You spent how much?
I bought, like, each of them were, like, the $2 ones.
Okay. And you played a few bucks, too?
$5.
$5, okay. I spent like 6, so we all put in our little, and some people won. So some teachers won in, I believe, Baltimore.
I'm so jealous.
Yes, but isn't it so nice to think that teachers won?
Right. For social workers, you know.
And they're underpaid folks,
yeah.
so they deserve to win, don't you think?
Yeah.
Teachers are very underpaid.
And people working,
Don't
you
you
know,
think?
in the social arena, too, are underpaid. And that's, like, the most important job, like, to help the people, but yet they're underpaid. It's sad.
Well, the public school teachers are underpaid.
Yeah.
So. Maybe not.
Well, like the charter school teachers, the charter school teachers
She's
get
giving
paid
me
well.
looks over here.
So
I
I
don't think she
hear.
agrees.
Well, I know some of our local schools pay very well. They
Really?
make much more than you would ever think they make,
Really?
especially when they have tenure and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I knew a teacher who worked at a middle school, and she wasn't paid very well at all. So.
I know, like, child care providers, who are teachers, too, essentially. They don't get paid nothing. But that's why you have to really love what you do.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to realize they don't get paid during the summer either. I mean, you have to take a few months off, but teachers are a good thing. Teachers are good.
So a teacher won. That's
the teacher
nice.
won. There were some good things that happened, but there are also a lot of horror stories that go along with winning the lottery. Lots of horror stories that we have. So we go to Lotto Horror Stories. Dun, 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 dun. So as there are many of those, many people think bad things happen to them when they win the lottery.
Yeah.
So I have many examples. There's this guy, William Bud Post, who won $16.2 million
Woo!
in Pennsylvania lottery in 1988.
Look at him with the check. He's like, what do I do with this?
I know.
Heavy.
And he had a brother who tried to have him killed for his inheritance. Post lost and spent all his winnings. He was living off Social Security when he died.
Oh.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Wow. And you know what? That happens to a lot of people. They go all crazy, and they spend all crazy, and then...
So that's the question. Does money bring happiness? That is the question. Arlene.
I don't think so. I know people who have money, and sometimes I always say that they're the poor, rich people.
Poor, rich people. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times people with money are used by their friends and associates. Everybody's after them to do this for them and that.
And how do you know who your real friend is?
Right.
How do you really know?
Because even normal people, there's no such thing as normal, but average money-making people, like, have that problem of not knowing who their real friends are. I mean, we have to struggle with that every day. Everyone does. Because there's fake people all around. So let alone having money, what?
But I've always come to the person that's there for you when you really need them.
Right. Like when you're down and out, that's how you know who your real friends are. Not when you're, you're the best that you can be and you're tip-top shape all the way up here. Those aren't the ones that matter. The ones that are with you and down for you when you're down and out, those are your real friends. And at the end of your lifetime, you'll be able to count your real friends on one hand. True story.
Yeah, that is. I mean, yeah. Most people, you don't even retain, like, sustain long relationships with, 10 years, 20 years. If you have a friend that, has been your friend that long, that's something to cherish, to treasure.
Yeah.
And there are many other horror stories involving the lotto. I know that you know a couple, right?
Well, I've watched some things where this guy, he got all this money and it turned him paranoid and, he thought, he got into Scarface mode, so people were like invading his house and
well,
trying
listen
to
to
kill
this.
him.
Jack Whittaker Jr., the once biggest lottery winner who lost $114 million in 4 years.
Oh.
He won $350 million in a Powerball multi-state lottery. At that time, it was the largest jackpot in history, won by a single person. And he was the president of a successful contracting firm. And he was living successfully and comfortably. And once he won that money, everything went downhill for him. He was arrested twice, once for drink driving. A woman sued him for groping him. His life just went downhill. And he was already a wealthy guy. And once he won the money, things just didn't go well for him.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. It can go to your head. Like when
you think you're invincible, like nothing's going to happen to you.
And you think you can do whatever you want to do. And it's okay because I got money.
Right.
If she sues me for groping her, I got money. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, you can't get away with everything.
Yeah. But I'm sure, you can pay for some groping out there. I'm sure somebody will take the money for groping them. And just to go over a couple more that I found online, there was a North Carolina man. He won almost $1 million. He received $600,000 after taxes. But he says there has been unpleasant moments. All of a sudden, everybody knows your business. Everybody knows what you have, he says. It went through a phase where everybody was grabbing me thinking that I was going to give him good luck. So everywhere he went, people knew he had money. And he just felt very uncomfortable with that.
He probably didn't feel like a person anymore, more just like a thing.
Yeah.
Arlene, what would you do if you won the lottery? What would you do?
Well, we talked about that once before with a family. I think I would take a trip around the world for like 6 months.
Nice.
That's nice.
Ow. Any place in particular you would really want to go?
No, just around the world to see everything.
And
I'd love to bring my family, my granddaughters and my daughter and so forth. But
and help them through college, I'm sure, right?
Oh, well, we only have one more to go.
One more to go? Okay, help the one that wants to go, right?
Yeah.
So if I won the lottery, what would I do? I would probably, definitely, if I had a lot of money, it would depend on how much money I had, but if I had a lot of money, I would not work where I'm working, that's for sure.
I know, right? I would co-work.
And I'd probably work on some independent entertainment projects. Maybe work on a movie, maybe do some, shows, do some things that I really want to do. But you know what? Even without the money, I do those things.
Right.
I do things that I really want to do. So it doesn't necessarily take the money. What would you do if you won a lot of money?
Well, I would definitely quit my job.
That's number one on the list.
And I would definitely buy my parents a few different houses. One in Cape Cod, because they love Cape Cod. A few in different places. Buy my brother a house. Set my family up. Not go crazy, but give them, a nice place. Get me a nice place. And I would definitely, I have dreams of having my own youth center. So I would definitely open that up. Get the best people, in there, and as teachers and whatnot. And I would definitely help the community. And I know a lot of people say they would do that, and then they become rich, and that's all out the window. But me, honestly, that's the type of person I am, and I would never let money or anything take me from the real me. You know what I mean? I just know I wouldn't.
But I think that's very difficult at the same time. You sort of have to be in those shoes to really know what you would do, or how you would react.
I wouldn't, though. I just know me. And I know everyone says that. Everyone in here is like, yeah, right, girl. But no, I know I would.
It's kind of I always think people win the lottery, they don't know what to do with it. I wouldn't know how to live off of it and handle it well. But I think everybody thinks that. Everyone thinks that they know how to manage the money. They know how to live off of it for a long time. They wouldn't blow it. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy. I don't think I'm a crazy spender like that.
Like you, I don't think you would
I think I would hire somebody to help me manage it. I'd have an allowance every week, and I do the things I want to do. I don't think I'd just blow money and then be poor by 5 years, like some of these people. So I think if I won the lottery, we could. So.
And it goes back to what Arlene said. You're very organized, so you know how to do things.
Yeah.
You know how
but unfortunately, sometimes people who are not used to having the money win, and they just blow it.
And the philosophy is similar to being on a diet and losing weight. They never see themselves as a thin person, so therefore they regain their weight. It's very similar with the lottery winners. They don't see themselves as being rich, and therefore they don't adjust to that, and they revert back to being where they were before they won the lottery.
Yeah, they just go on a spending spree because they don't know how to handle it. So
Interesting take.
Interesting take.